New year, new you. I know that's such a trite hashtag, but really though, it's a great time to start anew, right? It's a good time to get rid of things that just aren't serving you anymore. This is a fashion channel. We're gonna lean more towards about getting rid of things that don't make you feel good when you get dressed, that just don't look good on you, that might be a little out of style. I came up with 24 of them, and let's get started. Any clothes that are stained or ripped, they need to be fixed. A button needs to be sewn onto them. They need to be hemmed. If you haven't done it yet and they've been sitting in your closet for 7 months, get rid of them. If they've been sitting in your closet for 7 months and they can be fixed, like it just needs a button or needs to be hemmed or sewn up or whatever, go right now, pause this video, go stick it in your car so that you have it in your car, and when you're out and about, you can think, oh my gosh, let me go to the tailor and get these things taken care of. In 2024, get rid of all the clothes that are for a life that you do not live or no longer live. Me as an example, I used to work in corporate America, and I had all of these slacks, like, dress pants or work pants, and I wore them every single day to my office job. But whenever I stopped that life, I kept them for some reason, and I never wore them, and they just sat in my closet for years. And they created clutter, and then I looked at my closet and I'm like, why do I have so many clothes and I don't have anything that I want to wear? So I finally got rid of those, and they were in great condition, very nice pants. They were just really hard to let go of because they were still wonderful pants, but they just did not work with my life. So I sold some of them, I donated some of them, I gave some of them away, and I never looked back. I have never missed those pants. If you still have clothes in your closet for the days when you used to go out every other night, or you used to do pre-kids, when you used to go Saturday night was like wild parties and stuff, and it's all that stuff is still front and center in your closet, it might be time to look at that and put it somewhere else, or maybe whittle it down to 1 or 2 of those items, but you don't need all those items staring at you every day that you're not gonna wear. Clothing that's a little bit dated or out of style. Now, if you've watched my channel before, you know that I'm not telling you like, ooh, go by the latest trend, like you should always be like on trend or anything like that. I do think you should be aware of what's trending, because a lot of us, we want to look current. And I'm not talking to you if you wear something that's considered out of style, but you love it and that is your thing and you love that item. I mean, please do not ever get rid of anything that makes you feel beautiful. But if you haven't looked at your closet in 10 years, or you're just now looking at it after a big life thing, you had lots of things happening in your life, you couldn't focus on fashion, and now it's 8 years later and you're like, okay, I want to, get my clothes to where I really like them again. I would start here. There's some things that we were wearing 10 years ago that just really don't look current right now. And you might look at them and be like, oh, that must, I really don't like that anymore either. I'm just very tired of my cold shoulder tops or something. Assess those items, decide if you're really still in love with them, or if you need to give those items a new home. I have several out of style videos. I will link some below. And again, this is not me telling you that you need to get rid of things you love. It's me telling you to just look at these things and decide if they really do it for you anymore. And if they don't, let's get them out of your closet. Here is one that is kind of fashion related. It definitely has something to do with how you feel about yourself. And it's, you are allowed to get rid of social media accounts. You don't have to follow social media accounts that make you feel like poo. You don't have to follow the woman who works out 7 days a week, who has a Botox doctor on standby, who gives massages every other day, and is always talking about how every woman should do self-care and that kind of thing. If she makes you feel like you are just not enough, unfollow her. She's not even gonna know, and she has plenty of people. It's not gonna even make any difference in her life at all. And she is motivation for some women, and she makes other women probably just don't feel that great. So you don't need to follow her. I mean, there's people that I've unfollowed because it makes me feel like I'm not doing enough, like with my YouTube channel, like I'm not on Instagram enough. I feel like I should be posting more. I really should be posting more, and I want to post more, but I just get really weird about Instagram. Like I'm like, oh, I just look so, that's a totally different story. It's also okay to take breaks from social media, and that does bring us to our sponsor. I love June's Journey, and they are our sponsor today. June's Journey is a hidden objects mystery game set in the 1920s. So the game is a part of a murder mystery story, but you have to find specific items and solve problems in order to move forward. Then along the way, you get clues to solve a murder mystery, and you can pause to decorate your own island, which I find oddly satisfying. I talked about before that I have a tendency, as a lot of people do, to grab my phone when I'm, bored or just chilling out or relaxing, and I'll get on social media media, and sometimes I get on social media and it does not have a relaxing effect. I feel a little stressed. I feel like I need to be doing more. So instead of doing that, sometimes I go to June's Journey, which whenever I play June's Journey, I'm just left relaxed, entertained. I feel like I was able to chill out, but still have my mind focused on something that wasn't work or anything stressful. It's been a really great tool for me. June's Journey can be downloaded for free by clicking the link below in the description box or by scanning the QR code on the screen. And let's continue. Anything that doesn't fit. That seems obvious, but we all have those pants that fit us 10 pounds ago, and we know we're gonna get back into them, and we are. But do they need to be right in your closet where you look at them every single day? It creates shame, it creates guilt. It's not gonna help you. If it hasn't helped you to this point, lose those 10 pounds or whatever you need to do, it's probably not gonna help you going forward. Get those items, put them in a closet somewhere else, upstairs, hide them under your bed, put them somewhere else. You can come back to them. And let me just tell you, having clothes in your closet that fit you right now is not going to make you just eat all the cake and be like, I can eat whatever because all my clothes fit. It kind of has the opposite effect. It makes you feel good about yourself and you feel good about your choices and you like the way you look and you just start making better choices whether you realize it or not. Jeggings. Now, I have never told anyone on any of my videos that you need to get rid of like a trend, and especially if you love it or whatever. But jeggings, show me somebody that jeggings are the best look for them. I don't care what the person looks like, what kind of body they have, or whatever. They're basically leggings that look like jeans. And did I like them 8 years ago or 10 years ago when they were really big? I did. Did I have a pair? Yes, I did. Did I later regret that choice of having that pair? I did. I know a lot of you on my channel, y'all like to look classy and like, you want to get an elevated look and look the best you can and, find different ways to bring out your best self. And I just don't feel like jeggings are there. Skinny jeans, which some people confuse with jeggings, are a totally different thing. Skinny jeans are jeans that are skinny. Jeggings are leggings that look like jeans. They are legging material and maybe they have a button on them, maybe they just have a painted on button or something, but they are not that flattering on a lot of people. I'm just gonna say it, I just kind of feel like we should all get rid of the jeggings if you still have them lying around. Girl, the purses and the bags that are peeling, like the leather or the faux leather or the plastic or whatever is just peeling. It looks tarnished. It just looks like you accidentally ran over it with your car. They need to go. I know it was special. I know you used it all through your 20s and it had some crazy nights with you and it was an amazing bag, but it served its purpose. In 2024, I think you should get rid of classics that you're just not into. You got the trench coat, as a lot of you said, you have a trench coat and it's classic and every woman needs it and it's just a staple and never goes out of style, but you just don't like it and you just don't wear it and you're just like, I have one, but I don't ever use it. It's okay to get rid of those. It really, honestly, you're doing it a disservice. It needs a new home. It needs to go to someone else. You can definitely sell that trench coat on Poshmark, gets a little bit of money for it or something, and give it to somebody who's really going to use it. But first, before you do this, before you sell that trench coat or the blazer or the trousers or the white button down or the whatever classic piece that everyone says that everyone needs, I would suggest just try wearing it like one time. Pick a day where you're gonna go check your mail at the post office or you gotta go grocery shopping or whatever, and just wear that item like one time. Wear it out and about and see how you feel in it, and just make sure that you really aren't into that, because you don't want to come back 2 years later, 72 videos later of people on YouTube telling you need a trench coat and be like, maybe I do need a trench coat. Let me try it again. Just make sure you're making the right choice so you can say, no, I don't need a trench coat. Maybe you need a trench coat, but I don't need a trench coat. I do love a trench coat, by the way. I'm just using that as an example because I had one video where I asked you guys, like, what are some classics that you feel like you're just like not that into? And a lot of you guys said a trench coat. I'll link that video down here. You can watch it later. This next one. Bras that are really old. And on top of that, underwear that's really old. I have underwear right now, currently in my underwear drawer with literal holes in them. and I need to go throw them away. I'm gonna do that right after this video. I don't know why, I just like, I see them and I'm like, I need to throw these away. I don't know, what's wrong with me? I just need to get rid of those, but I'm not gonna wear Holy underwear. Now, if your bras are stretched out, they're not really doing what you feel like they need to be doing, or if they're older than 6 months and it's a bra that you wear all the time, it's probably time to get a new one. I hate that bras don't last that long. But if you think about it, if you're wearing an item 3 or 4 days a week and washing it, and it's also like, you know, having gravity pull on it, it's not gonna last forever. Those wire hangers that you get whenever you take things to get dry cleaned, just, I would say get rid of those and go get the felt hangers or some kind of hanger that has a little bit of a grip on it. You can hang up so much more things. They're way less frustrating. They look nicer. If you've never tried felt hangers and you've just been using the wire hangers, prepare for your life to be changed. Clothes that you have to have a skinny day for. These aren't exactly the same thing as clothes that don't fit. These still fit, but you just feel better wearing them when you have a skinny day. Now, I'm not telling you to get rid of all of these because I have a couple dresses that sometimes I do have a skinny day and I love these dresses and they're super cute. And I just wear a little bit of shapewear and like we're good to go. And so I'm not gonna get rid of those. But in my past, I would have 20 of these kinds of dresses, you know, and then like one t-shirt or something. And not every day do I want to wear a dress that I feel like I need to have a skinny day for. So there's no need to have a ton of these. Maybe one, maybe two, but the rest, maybe it's time to pick your favorites and then say goodbye to the rest of them. If you still have bridesmaids dresses sitting in your closet somewhere, if you haven't worn it again at this point, you're probably never going to. It doesn't need to take up space. Your workout shoes that you've been wearing for over a year, if you wear them very regularly. So if you go to the gym or you run a lot or you wear them a few times a week and you've had them for more than a year, I think actually 6 months is when they recommend replacing them. I feel like a year is good. I am no expert, but I have found with me that if I don't replace my shoes when I need to, I'll be running and I'll start getting weird pains in my legs or my calves or my shins. And then I'll just replace my shoes and it all goes away. And I'm like, oh, well, look at that. It's just, I was just wearing shoes that were completely worn out. So that is a very important one, especially if you run, walk, go to the gym, are really active. I'm talking to myself here, but I need to get rid of a lot of my socks. I have this really bad habit of keeping socks for like 20 years or something really dumb. I don't know why, they're just socks, but a lot of them, the elastic is gone, they barely work anymore. I still wear them. And I'm like, why don't I just go buy myself some more socks that actually stay up and, you know, that work. This is a teeny bit controversial, but I do think that you should get rid of the items that just don't do it for you anymore. They fit you, there's nothing wrong with them. You know, they're comfortable or whatever, but you're just like, ugh. I mean, they're just nothing special. They don't get you excited. I am guilty. I've talked about in some other video where in my past, I had lots of items like this. They fit me, they were comfortable, I could, you know, wear them every day, they fit my lifestyle, but they just really were not exciting. I didn't really like love them. They just kind of checked a box. And I got to where I didn't like any of my clothes. Now, I think it's possible to have a closet full of clothes and none of them fit into this category. You can definitely have a closet with clothes in it that you love every single one of them and you get excited about them. I have a white t-shirt from Kohl's that I get really excited to wear. It's this thick white t-shirt. I call it my winter t-shirt and I get excited about it, and it's just a basic white tee. Now, I would suggest if you're not ready to donate these or give these away or sell them or whatever, is to just put them in a box and put them somewhere else in your house and come back to them in like 6 months and see if you've missed them or if you're like, okay, I'm ready to get rid of these. This is a good one. Okay, you got to get rid of people in your life that are full of drama, that are always causing drama, who are super petty, who are constantly criticizing you, who are just negative, who stress you out being around them because of their negativity. People who you want to avoid because when you leave hanging out with them, you feel insanely drained. You feel like you are drained of energy and you're just like, ugh. You just need to get rid of those people. They can find other people, other friends that connect with them, that work with whatever they've got going on in their life, but they're kind of just bringing you down. I don't know your friends and I don't mean to be mean about them at all, but it is okay if you just separate yourself from someone for a while. You're still their friend, and if they called you and they really are like stuck in a ditch in Canada and they're like, please come get me, I'm in a ditch, you're the only person I could call, you would come get them, right? It's a weird scenario, but maybe it happens. But you don't need to talk to them on the phone every day and hang out with them every day and then constantly feel drained and stressed and like there's drama. Here's the thing, when people have things going on in their life and they are busy making things happen for themselves and they are working towards building their dreams and becoming a better person, they don't have time for all this drama and petty stuff and negativity. Like they just don't. They're focused on what they want to do and they're building themselves and everything. So just know that if they are focused on drama and petty and all that kind of stuff, they are in some kind of negative space that you really don't need to be a part of. Obviously, I don't want you to abandon people, and that's not what I'm talking about here, but you know if you have friends that every time you hang out with them, you feel drained, you don't like the way you feel, it's okay to take a couple steps back. In 2024, if you haven't done this in 2023, we are getting rid of shoes that are just super uncomfortable. I do have shoes that are comfortable for about 2 or 3 hours or to go to dinner or something like that. And I wear them for those occasions. But if you put on a pair of shoes and before you even leave the door, they're already uncomfortable and hurting your feet, you don't need to keep them. Give them a new home, sell them, donate them. They'll feel good to somebody else and they will get the life they deserved. Let's try to get rid of judging ourselves so harshly. I know I'm not alone on this, but if we talk to our best friend the way that we talk to ourselves, sometimes we would not be our best friend anymore. I have to actively watch this. I mean, I will do or say something stupid and just beat myself up over it for like the next day. I have gotten a lot better about not judging myself quite so harshly. It's taken a long time and I have to be aware of it. And so whenever I start, criticizing myself, I, have to be aware enough to say, okay, what am I doing? This is going to be a good day. I'm going to have a good day or whatever I need to say. That's more in line of how things really are. It's just something to work on in 2024. Here is one that I recently looked up because I realized I had bottles of perfume that I've had for an embarrassing amount of years. And in general, the internet, the World Wide Web says that you should not keep perfume longer than 2 years and that some last longer, a little bit less or whatever. But in general, they say 2 years. So maybe that means 3. I'm not really sure, but it definitely doesn't mean 10, which is how long I've had some of these. Anyway, you might want to assess your perfumes. If you've had them for years and you just don't wear them anymore, they might be a little expired, might be time to go. And I actually like Scentbird because you just get like a little bit of perfume and you get to try out different scents. I would go that direction if you don't want to buy a big bottle again of one perfume scent. And then along those lines, makeup would probably be a great place to go to as well. I definitely keep my eyeshadows for years. I know you're not supposed to do that, but if I still am using it, I don't really want to get rid of it. It doesn't like smell bad or anything. I don't know, I'm not a beauty expert, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to keep your eyeshadows for years. In 2024, you need to go to your closet right now, or after this video, and get rid of the clothes that don't represent who you are. If you see yourself as a beautiful, fun, classy, intelligent, charismatic, bright woman, or maybe that's just who you want to bring out of yourself or you want to be, but you go to your closet and all you see are sweatpants and muumuus and I don't know, things that just do not go with that persona that you want to personify. It's time to get rid of them. Maybe not get rid of all of them. Obviously sweatpants are great for certain occasions, but if your whole closet is full of just like frumpy clothes and you do not want to feel like a frumpy person and you want to be, bold and whatever, it might be time to get rid of most of those, or at least put them away, or put your sweatpants and sweatshirts in like a drawer, and all the other drawers in your closet space used for clothes that really represent who you are or how you want to show up or who you aspire to be. On the flip side, if you have a ton of girly dresses that are beautiful and you used to love and they were amazing, but somewhere down the road you decided you really like wearing, trousers and blazers and you don't like wearing dresses or something, it might be time to declutter a lot of those dresses. Or probably what I would do in my real life is I would take those things that I used to really love, put them away for a while, come back to them at a later date. And I have done this so many times. 90% of the clothing I end up getting rid of, but there'll be like 1 or 2 things in there that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I didn't get rid of this. I love this again. So, it is worth putting it away for a while and coming back to it a few months later. Clothing that's old and dated and that you don't like. Now I am sharing a little bit of my personal opinions in here. I've expressed before that with prints, I will love them. I'll be like, oh my God, that's so great. I love this print, and I'll wear it like one time, and then I just don't like it anymore. And I get tired of them so quickly. So that's just me. That's not you, and that's not a lot of people. But if you do have clothes in your closet that are prints that you bought several years ago, there's a big chance they might look a little dated. And if you're kind of like, not really, you're not really that into them anymore, you just kind of wear them because they fit, it might be time to get rid of those. Or again, just put them away for a while and come back to them later. But at least get them out of your closet so you're not looking at a bunch of clothing that you're just like, it's okay, I'm not really crazy about it. Oh, here's one. Oh, girl. I gotta do this. I have to do this. I really do. Why is it so hard to get rid of these things? But it's old bath towels that you've had for 15, 20 years. That seems like a long time to have a bath towel, but they're sitting in my bathroom as we speak. My mother has had bath towels since I was a wee little lass. I'm 42. It was a very long time ago that I was a wee little lass. Let me tell you, they are like this big because they are so frayed, have so many holes in them. I finally just threw a couple of them away for it. So I looked this up as well, and the interwebs say that whenever your bath towels start fraying or have some kind of fray or holes or rips, they're not as absorbent anymore, absorbent, and you need to throw them away. So maybe a rule of thumb. Okay, so number 25, the last thing you need to get rid of is just basically anything in your life that is not serving you. If you drink wine every night and it's not serving you because you feel like crap the next day, maybe get rid of that. If you keep Oreos in your house and you're constantly eating them, but then you're constantly mad that you ate Oreos, get rid of those Oreos. If you have something in your house that's very hard to keep clean, or you constantly have to clean it, like silver, silver gets tarnished really easily, and you have silver in your dining room and it's front and center, and like every other month you're trying to, clean it, maybe just put that away. If it's causing you drama and causing you stress and it's not really gonna be that big of a deal if you just get rid of it, get rid of it. It's so much easier said than done, I know. But I do think it's something we should all think about, like what is not serving me? What's not helping me propel myself forward into being the best version of me? And maybe we can figure out how to eliminate that or put it away for a while, and so we can work on being happier and feeling good and all the woo-woo stuff. So anyway, I hope you like this video. I love doing these at the beginning of a new year because it's always nice to have reminders of just things we just need to like get rid of, start anew. You can check out the video I did with my sister-in-law about just how to live your best life in 2024. A little bit of overlap, but not much. We have some new things, and also she's a professional organizer, so she's coming from that perspective. So check out that video next. And as always, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, or thumbs down if you did. Consider subscribing if you are new here and you actually made it this way. This seems like it's gonna be an hour-long video. It's not. I will edit it down, I promise. Anyway, I'll see you next time.